we have a wedding to attend. Now, the wedding is in the Atlanta area, and since we're currently in Southern California, it seems logical to grab our home on wheels and head across country via Interstate 40 or Interstate 10. But why do things the easy way? Instead, let's spend a few days with our kids at Doheny State Beach, south of Los Angeles. Take our granddaughter to the Pageant of the Masters in Laguna Beach, California for her birthday. Visit more kids in Sacramento. Swing by Redmond, Oregon to visit even more friends. Head up to our property in Northern Idaho to get our house ready to rent. Install a farm gate to separate the RV pad and barn from the new tenants. Have California friends drop by for a few days and take them on an epic boat ride on Lake Pend Oreille. Help our old tenants, who are also our good friends, move into their new cabin in the woods and help them install their new kitchen. And then let's take the most northerly route across the country just because we haven't been that way before, visiting one more set of friends in Wisconsin before veering south to visit even more kids in South Carolina, and then finally making it to Georgia where we celebrate an epic wedding with even more family. Oh, and let's throw in a hurricane just to make it interesting. I love the RV life.
Here we go. All we need is an open road and a chance to see a never-ending world that's beautiful. Here we go with the sunlight on our skin. It's a brand new day. It's ours to take and we will let it in. This is where the adventure begins.
After spending a few days with our kids in Sacramento, we pointed ourselves in the direction of Idaho and drove through some pretty smoky areas from nearby wildfires. We stopped at the small town of Dorris, almost to the Oregon border. Butte Valley RV Park is a small family-owned campground. Mostly dirt, lots of bugs, nice owner, full hookups. Okay for an overnight stop, but no other amenities. It'd be nice to at least have a picnic table. The next day we headed into Oregon, stopping at the fairgrounds in Redmond, Oregon. Nice facility with full hookups. And afterward we went into town to meet our friends for a great dinner. The next night we used our Harvest Host membership at a small alpaca farm near the Columbia River in Hermiston, Oregon.
Oh, look at this.
Come on, Ash.
Both dogs, they do what she said.
Both of these boys, Ash and Mac, are Surrey alpacas. We have both breeds of alpacas. There are only two, Wakaya, which is how they're spelled, and Surrey. Surrey is what we started off with because my community here in Hermiston mostly has Surrey. There's only just a couple of us that have Wakaya. I started off with Surrey. I bought 3 alpacas. And surprise, somebody was pregnant, and we had a baby Ash. Ash is a neutered alpaca, so he doesn't do any breeding. I still use him for his fleece, but you can see how friendly he is. He's our lover boy. He also likes dogs, so anybody with dogs, you can bring your dog out here. Ash is going to want to pay attention to your dog. Right? Yeah, he loves them. And actually, the miniature cows love dogs too.
Okay, yeah.
Mac here right now, he is only interested in the 2 pins, or the pin across the way here. He can care less about any of us, yes.
Wow.
So alpacas, we do not keep our males and females together. Alpacas do not go into heat like dogs or cats. They can breed any time of year, any day of the week, all year long. And we will talk more about their breeding when we get over to the girls, but boys. So we shear once a year and only once a year.
Hi, Fashion.
What's wrong with you guys?
Hi, kids.
Stand.
Hi.
Stand. Good boy. Good boy. All right, so I'm working with this guy. And the reason why I'm working with this guy, Moonflower's baby from last year. So this guy has the background from his grandfather and his dad. His dad is a 3 or 4, maybe more blue ribbon guy. And so we took her off to be bred so that we would have perfection. And we won't know how his fleece is because we don't test his fleece since this was his first haircut. We don't test this fleece because it's baby fleece. But you're welcome to pet him. He's super friendly. You can pet him from head to toe. And this guy's name is Magic. And the reason why he's named Magic is this color. So this color looks kind of brown in this light, but this color is actually dark rose gray. When you see him in the sunlight, he is gray.
Really?
Yeah.
We pulled into our RV pad in Northern Idaho the next day and started to prepare the house on the property for new tenants. We also had some good friends from Southern California drop in for a few days. And we installed our first farm gate on the property. It was finally time for us to head toward Georgia.
Locking the gate for the first time, which is not easy because the chain doesn't fit our lock, but there we go, great. Anyway, goodbye to this beautiful place.
We only had a few days really to get to Georgia, so we decided to drive shorter days but stay one night in each place, except near our friends in Wisconsin where we stayed 2 nights. We had never RV'd across the top of the U.S., so we headed west past Glacier National Park, which of course we need to stop at when we have more time, and we found ourselves in Cut Bank, Montana. The RV park was another privately owned park by a retired lady who bought the park to fix it up. she has a lot of work on her hands. The next day brought us to another Harvest Host farm in Wolf Point, Montana, near the Missouri River. It was a quiet spot run by a nice older couple. Another day drive took us to the small town of Leeds, which, by the way, was named after the city of Leeds in England, which I'm sure doesn't get nearly the amount of snow this place must get. At one time, the town seemed to be more prosperous, as it was a stop along the Great Northern Railway, but it ended up being a nice place to walk. We stayed at a small private campground with full hookups called Jan's RV Park. Just west of Grand Rapids, Michigan is the Army Corps of Engineers campground at the Pokegama Dam. A very pretty spot to spend the night. Like most COE campgrounds, this one had electrical and water hookups, but the dump station was separate, but still on site. We started to work our way south and stayed at one of the nicest Harvest Hosts we've been to. It's on the site of a fishing and camping cabin facility called Sunrise Resort on Presque Lake in Wisconsin. We were the only ones at the entire facility, which probably was one of the reasons I think it's one of the nicest. And so this place was very peaceful and beautiful. Although when we got there, nobody seemed to know that we were coming. The next day, we met up with our friends for dinner at the restaurant near the campsite at the Sheboygan Broughton Marsh Park Campground. And the next day, we took a stroll by Lake Michigan along the South Pier and Blue Harbor Resort. Our goal with the RV was to get through the Chicago area as quickly as possible. Thankfully, the traffic wasn't as bad because we were traveling on a Sunday, and we made it to our next Harvest Hosts in Indiana. We had a good dinner at Fair Oaks Farms, which is kind of a family destination farm. There were a lot of kids there during the day. They had a nice place to park next to an open field. Just north of Louisville, Kentucky is Charlestown State Park. We spent the next night and took a nice hike. It's a dog-friendly park. next day of driving took us to Cove Lake State Park near Caryville, Tennessee. We had a nice spot there right next to the lake. It's another great state park. Finally, the next day, we pulled into our kids' place near Greenville, South Carolina. We spent a couple days catching up with them and then left the trailer and the Great Dane and drove down to Marietta, Georgia to join my side of the family for the wedding. In the next episode, we'll show you a little of downtown Marietta, the beautiful Marietta Hilton Garden Inn, and the surprises we found next door and across the street. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoy our adventures and that this encourages you to get yourself out and explore your great country. Whether it's a short weekend getaway or longer adventures, don't wait. Do what you can do with what you have right now. Please take a moment to like this episode with a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our newest episodes when they publish. Also, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. The links are in the show notes. For Karen, Wesley, and myself, we wish you happy travels. See you next time.
This is where the adventure begins.